What's good, y'all? Want to thank everyone once again, as always, for tuning in to OG Suicide in the building, where the topic is mental health. Mental health is important. A lot of people avoid it or don't want to talk about it, but on this show, we talk about it. And today, I got a loved one that's visiting, man, from across the globe. Liquid Silva, what's good, family?
What's good, fam? Thanks for having me, OG.
Man, thanks for coming. Thanks for
Anytime.
coming.
Anytime.
No, appreciate it. Man, I was the trip. I was the travel.
Man, it's a long flight. Tell you that. It took me 25 hours to get here this time.
Okay. Was that a straightaway or?
No, I had to stop in Japan. It
Okay.
was like 4 hour
Okay.
transit. And then
Okay.
for here from Japan,
Wow. And you flew in from
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
So Indonesia to Japan, Japan to here.
That's what I'm talking about. This interview is different, than my normal interview. So
For real.
I actually have some questions for you.
Okay.
That's written down, and I'm gonna go off of that, and
Okay.
we'll start from the beginning, and we'll go from mental health and to the success story, because you definitely seeing success right now, and that's important, to come from here to see amazing things, amen.
Amen to that.
Mandatory. Okay. Okay. Want to start with first, loved one. What are your thoughts on mental health?
Bro, I think we all suffer mental health.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Some degree. I mean, like for me personally, the way you look at me right now, I used to be overweight. I
Yeah?
used to be, oh, bro, I used to be. I don't know how much it is in pounds. But
Yes.
in kilos, I was 110 kilo. That's probably like 250 pounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? It's
Okay.
probably like I got to do the calculation.
Yes.
But it's like 260. You know what I mean? Like huge. And I used to suffer from a lot of depression, just a lifestyle, bro.
Like from
Just-
what? What actually was it in your lifestyle
I mean,
that
like,
that brung it on?
growing up with nothing, bro. I mean, like we grew up in Canada. My parents are immigrants in Canada. You know
Okay.
what I mean, they're all immigrants. We grew up in. I was born and raised in Blamadoko Dinash. Now that is the hood. That's in Montreal.
Montreal.
Like, you know what I mean? We grew up with like welfare. We grew up welfare. You know what I mean? My dad was working 3 jobs. Mom was working 2 jobs, taking care of the kids. So we were struggling. And, I started stealing because we didn't have any money.
You
know
had
what I
to
mean?
do
I
what
can't
you had
ask
to
my
do.
parents for money. So I had to go out, steal, do whatever. As a kid, got in so much trouble. So that added on to drug addiction when I was like 17, 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? Like
How
I
was
dropped
you? How didn't mean to cut you off, but how was you introduced to drugs
dealing first.
dealing?
Yeah. So, we went through all of that, but then consumption is what led me to like depression. Like I got depressed in life. I was overweight, eating the wrong stuff. I had a beautiful daughter about 8 years ago, and I changed my life, bro. Like, she gave me a purpose to live.
Okay.
Completely changed my life. I wanted to be healthy, but I had to start somewhere.
Yes.
If I want to reach out mentally and clean myself, the clarity has to come from somewhere else. And it's this mind and the gut relationship, the brain and the gut relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I cleaned out my diet, my lifestyle, my sleeping habits, my partying habits, everything. Going to the gym 3 hours a day, eating clean, like organic. You know what I mean? Complete 180 turn. And so, as soon as I started doing that, I started seeing the clarity, bro. Like
Okay.
I just started from inside out. You know what I mean? So detoxifying my body.
Okay. And got mentally and physically right.
Physically, yeah. Once I started getting physically more like, better
Mm-hmm.
and going to the gym and I just started, my mind started clearing up. I started stop eating grains, stop eating a lot of rice, just sticking to like almost what people call it keto. You know what I mean?
Keto diet.
Yeah, people call it keto, I guess. A lot of fats
Okay.
and vegetables.
Okay.
But you could eat well, man. You could eat well and just and be healthy. You feel clarity, bro.
Okay. Question for you. Like partying. Do you party? Like, what is your lifestyle based upon right now?
I do, but everything has a limit. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
Moderation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm performing a lot. Like in Indonesia, I'm touring every weekend. I'm on the road. But I try to eat clean, and I do drink, but it's not like I go all wild out and just get
You know
drunk
your
and
limit.
I don't be stupid, bro.
Okay.
Way beyond that.
Okay.
So I like to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like not overdo it, and the next day you feel like crap, and it's just like I'm not with it.
I mean, what's the point of working hard if you're not
Yeah,
going to enjoy it? You know,
exactly.
you,
Yeah, that's right.
you know, because hard work, sometimes you don't always have a smile on your face working hard, but in the entertainment game, you do from seeing the smiles on the faces from the audience. But behind the scene, man, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot
I
of
do
work.
music too, and
Right.
definitely it's work.
Right.
It's definitely work. That's good, man. That's definitely good. A couple more questions that I definitely have for you, loved one. As of right now, like let's say right now, do you struggle with mental health still?
No, I think I overcame that, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I choose to think positive. I choose to be positive. I choose to live positive. That's
Okay.
my choice.
Yes.
I don't care what people say to me. I don't care what they have to think about me, say about me, feel about me. You don't have to like me.
Yes.
Forget love. You don't have to like me, but I love myself.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I respect my body. I respect myself, my life. I appreciate it. It's a blessing, bro. It's the way I think now.
That's good.
You know?
A positive attitude, a
Yes,
positive
sir.
mind.
Starts from you.
It really do. Man, it's having positive thoughts is almost like saying you are what you eat.
Right. Right.
And it goes to say the same thing with how you think. If you think negative, then
Right.
you live negative.
That's correct.
If you think positive, then
You attract positive.
you attract positive. Magnetic.
Magnetic, yeah. Manifestation.
That's tight, man. That's tight. Let me ask you something. Eating healthy, does it stimulate your creativity in what you do?
Absolutely, bro. I think since I give you a story, man. Since I've been here, I think I've been here already 10 days, bro.
Okay.
I just been eating all this I don't know, man. I
Fast
don't know.
food?
I don't even fast. I don't know if my dog's gonna even eat that back
What?
home. Just whatever. Just so much chemicals in the food,
Yes.
to make it taste so good, right? I've been eating that.
It's like a drug. It gets you
is
addicted.
A drug. It is a drug. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in a tangent.
Yes.
What do you think kills most people? The hood? The wars? What is it? What kills people the most? Is it the virus? What kills people the most?
So what you eat?
It's food. That's
Your
your number one
intake.
killer. That's who we in war with. You know what I'm saying? It's the food.
So you're gonna detox.
Yeah, so we gotta detox
When you
all
leave here,
that.
you're gonna detox.
So I came here, and usually when I eat the way I eat, I get energized, bro. That's
Okay.
how I know I ate well, because it's the right fuel for the right
Energy.
vehicle. You know what I'm saying? You feel energized, but bro, I've been eating here, bro. Right after eating, blah,
Itis.
just that I'm just knocked out, man.
You get that itis.
Itis.
We call it itis.
That's what y'all call
Yeah.
it? Food coma.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, loved one. For real. That's what we call
Y'all
it.
have a
man.
name for it?
Yeah,
Itis.
itis, man.
Oh,
Eat that heavy, that good meal. Oh,
Yeah.
you itis. I got
Itis.
itis right now.
that's
I can't do nothing. I'm stuck.
you stuck. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I've been struggling with that the last 1 week. Yeah.
Like 10 days, huh? Well, at least you're getting a lot of rest.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of rest.
Too much.
It's happening, man.
That's good, fam. That's good, man. Let me see. Also, tell us, man, tell the audience, who is Liquid Silva? Who are you?
Well, I'm a rapper, songwriter, creative director. I direct videos as well. I produce music as well.
Okay.
So I do a bit of everything, man. When we started, we didn't have all of this. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't rely. We didn't have the money for our producer to produce. We didn't have money to make music videos. We didn't have all of that. So I like to think of myself as a one-man army.
Okay.
I do a bit of everything. You know what I mean? I create all my music videos. I do everything. I put it together like the mastermind. And right now I'm also kind of sort of providing that service for others that I think that needs that. You know, I
Okay.
mean, I got clients that come up to me internationally, like major artists. That
Okay.
I'm producing their music videos. I'm producing their whole project. I'm taking one huge artist from one part of the world, another huge artist from another part of the world, and I'm putting that project together.
Merging.
And that project is just like I'm managing the project. I'm getting all the creatives done for the project. So Liquid Silva, before, if you asked me this about 5 years ago, I would say it's just an artist.
Okay.
It's just a rapper, songwriter, whatever.
Artist.
Yeah,
Now you're an
artist.
entrepreneur.
Yeah. Right now, as in today, I would call myself as an entrepreneur, a creative director who puts a project manager.
That's good. That's good. That was well explained.
All right, thank you.
Well explained. I respect that. I respect that. I got a who have you worked with?
Well, I was blessed. You know, crazy story. When I first started, right? I mean, I have this crazy story.
When
Like,
did you start?
I was born and raised in Canada.
Okay.
But then I got in major trouble with the law. And then I had to move. My mom was like, you got to move. I have sisters in New York, and she was like, I'll move to New York. And then I said, I'm going to move to New York. She's
Okay.
like, no way. That's too close. That's too close to Toronto. Like, you ain't moving to New York. You're moving out. Either you go to
Skip
Europe
away,
or you
huh?
go to Australia. So I went to university in Australia, and I studied there. And then I moved back from Australia. I moved to Indonesia because it's so close by, right? So as you know, so we've been like traveling a lot, you know, so many different places and just learning so many cultures and so many things. It's like it completely changes who you are. Like I used to be this one person when I was a teenager in Canada. When I moved to Australia, I learned a lot about Australia. Then I moved to Indonesia. I started learning a lot about Indonesia, different cultures.
Okay.
So that made me who I am as an artist and entrepreneur. And I learned different languages and different cultures where like really really educated me by doing, not from the stuff that I learned in school,
Okay.
to be a better entrepreneur, to understand the people's needs, the consumer needs,
Okay.
You know
And,
what I
and
mean?
and helping them achieve those needs.
achieve those needs.
Okay.
And that's where I guess the entrepreneurial mind comes in,
Okay.
made me achieve what I wanted to achieve.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. Tell me something for you to make it. What was like some of the biggest challenges you faced, before you actually, man, broke through?
Okay, so from the last question to this question,
Okay.
it started it off with my first collabo when I was just in university.
Okay.
I was managed by this company in Australia because I was going to university in Australia. And I was blessed to collaborate with Proof from D12.
Okay.
That's Eminem's right-hand man.
I know who you're talking about. Mhm.
So we became, like, me and my management before, we became really close. And then he was really tight with the whole G Unit and also D12. So I collaborated with Proof. And it was the last verse because I recorded the song with him on March 23rd.
Mhm.
He went back to Detroit and he was killed on April 11th.
Wow.
So that was like 2 weeks after.
Wow.
You know, even Eminem reached out for that verse, but we still released it. It was my first big collabo. And then I was in Germany for a while working it as well. And my management now in America, that's how I connected with them. It was through Germany. And when I
You
came,
say your manager now?
my manager,
And who is
my
that?
manager now, Michael Cole,
Okay.
from 101 Entertainment.
Yes.
So they're managing me here in America. So we were cutting it up back in the days from Germany, and then finally the first time I came to LA was about 4 years ago,
Okay.
and that's when 101 Entertainment, Michael Cole, they teed up a collaboration with Bizzy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
Now I love Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Bizzy was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I mean? So we came out here. We did the collabo with Bizzy. That was the first. That was the first one that I did in California.
Okay.
But we actually flew out to Houston to shoot the video. That's another topic. And then the second one after that was Daz Dillinger from Dog Pound.
Hmm.
So we have a collabo as well. There's an unreleased collabo with Rappin' Forte, legend.
Oh wow. Okay.
Legend. So
That's a good one, I'm sure.
that's a dope one. He killed it. So we have that one in the bag. We're gonna release sometime soon. So these are some of the things I've done that leads to your question of,
Okay.
you know, the journey
Yes.
of coming from there. There was a huge gap. Like the first one I did with D12 Proof, and I was just young, you know what I mean?
How old were you?
Oh my God, 19.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I was 19. And so that was like the first one. Well, nothing happened because he passed away. We still released it. And then I went
Did
to
it
Germany.
gain any traction?
Didn't really, well, it did gain a little. This is like Facebook, MySpace days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It did gain a little attraction. It got a
Okay.
little bit of buzz, but it wasn't like, you know, we didn't really put it out properly. And I felt really bad, like trying to make money of somebody who passed away. It just, you know what I mean? I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this record out for free. So I did that. And since from that collabo till the Bizzy Bone collabo, there was like a huge gap where I was just focusing on collaborating with other international artists, like in Germany.
Okay.
I was rolling with some big top German rappers when I was
Okay.
out there. So, you know, that all had to happen. Then my management now, I was in touch with them since Germany. But then from Germany, I wasn't really there for long. I moved out. I moved back to Australia. Then from Australia, I went to Indonesia. I had my daughter, and I settled there.
Okay.
If it wasn't for my daughter, if my daughter wasn't born in Indonesia, I'd probably be in America, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'd probably be here.
Why America?
America is the Mecca for hip hop, man. I mean, you have to remember something, though. Like, I live in Indonesia, but I'm not Indonesian. I'm Canadian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you something. Who are your top artists in America? Who are your top rapper?
To be honest with you, I don't have a top rapper.
Who's pulling the numbers? Who's getting the heat out here? Who's breaking through? Can I name you some names? Drake.
Yeah. Okay.
He's pulling the numbers.
And he's
Canadian.
not from here.
He's not from here. Okay, pop. Let's say Justin Bieber,
Okay.
Canadian.
Canadian.
Celine Dion, Alanis Morissette, even Jim Carrey.
Doing numbers.
They're doing numbers. They're unique.
And not from here.
They're Canadians.
Yeah.
So I just think Canadians, they bring a special spice to the flavor because we are so close to each other.
Okay.
Like people from overseas, like if
And
you
have
ask,
studied
yeah,
America
they do
for years after years after years,
close.
generation after generation, and so close.
So close. I mean, there's no border. I mean, what is that? A line, imaginary line? There's no border. We're one land. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same culture. You go to Toronto, you go to New York, it's a very similar vibe. Like, I'll give you an example. When I speak to Indonesian people, because I'm a foreigner there, and I tell Indonesians, like, I'm Canadian. First, they think I'm American. I'm like, you know what? My sister's American, but, I'm Canadian. They're like, oh, for them, it's the same. It's the same. They don't know the difference. There is no difference between a Canadian and American. We know, but we do have similar culture. So I'm closer in that region.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
America, why America? Because it's the Mecca. You know what I mean? I mean, hip-hop is born in America. It's not born anywhere else. It's born in New York.
Yes.
You know? Hip-hop, it started with DJ Kool Herc. I met the gentleman. I met Kool Herc. I even toured with Rakim,
Okay.
LOX, Jadakiss. And that was in New York, upstate, Elmira, where I performed with them. So I
Okay.
met the guys, the forefathers. And so it was really, it was a blessing, So America is the center of music.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter where you are, in Indonesia, in Korea, Japan, everything is influenced by American music. So I have to be here.
Okay. Do you have a single that you're releasing in the U.S.?
Yes, my first single for the American market. See, everything that I've been making right now has to cater to the market that I'm in. If you try to push independently, if you try to push a dope American record in Indonesia, they're not gonna feel that pain. They have a different culture. They have a different lifestyle. If we talk about that pain we grew up with here, or me in Montreal or in Toronto, I was, I'm not from the hood, but doesn't mean that I didn't struggle in my life.
Yes.
I struggle. I just chose to be in a different path than gangbanging.
Understood. I have a question.
Yeah.
But there is pain in Indonesia, though.
Absolutely.
A
there
lot
is.
of pain
Serious hunger.
in Indonesia.
Serious poverty.
Definitely.
Seriousness.
So why you feel like they want feel the pain? Is is there would you say it's a different pain?
What I'm trying to say is like maybe the topic, right?
Okay.
But not the genre of music.
Okay.
So
okay.
they do have records that will touch you, and it's like, oh man, I want to cry hearing this, But it's not hip hop, it's not R&B.
Yeah,
it's
no,
their
it's not.
traditional music.
Okay.
So the stuff that I'm making, like if I want to tap into the Indonesian market, I found the formula, and the formula is like, all right, radios, you gotta go through payola, you gotta go through DJs, you gotta go through that. But like right now, I'm making a lot of club bangers, bro. My shit right now is banging rotations in clubs in Indonesia. I go out, shows packed out. You know what I mean? And that's because I kind of found the niche market. That's the club. Like the hip hop is still not fully grown. The industry's not grown. The other genres are really, really big. Like pop is probably over here. They have something called dandut music, which is their traditional music. Touches the pain, the love, the sadness, the emotions. You know what I mean? And that's huge. 300 million people in a tiny country,
in
probably
Indonesia.
size of Texas, half of California, and 300 million people. Now that's density. That's population. That's realness. You
That's
know.
pain,
So
yeah.
So like, there's a lot of people, but they don't consume hip hop. So if I'm making very Americanized music for a market that's Indonesia, it's very niche. So I figured out a little trick because everybody parties, everybody goes out. So I'm making these club bangers, and they're getting
Okay.
heavy rotations, which is keeping me super busy touring every weekend.
That's good.
I can't complain, but I had to tap into that formula. I'm probably the only foreigner in that country that's doing that.
You found your niche.
I found my niche. Yeah.
That's tight. That's tight. I respect that. That's definitely good. Definitely good. Are you looking to get signed, or are you looking to stay independent with you and Mike? Are y'all looking to get you signed, or are y'all looking to stay independent?
Can I call my manager?
You want to call him?
Can I call him?
Yeah, of course you can call him.
Michael, where you at? I wanna sit my manager down, cause grab a seat, my brother.
Yes, sir. Oh man,
Yes, sir.
blessing to be on here. Blessing to be on here.
Oh yeah,
man.
Mando,
Most
mandatory,
definitely.
man.
Most definitely,
It's been
man.
years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know we go way back.
Okay, now to the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Are y'all looking to get him signed, or y'all looking to stay independent?
I mean, for us, we want to be the new major.
Okay.
Why can't we be Sony and Warner?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we working hard. We're getting our bread together. We just want to do dope stuff,
Okay.
create major moments, and we want to be a force to be reckoned with. So
Okay.
we want to be the new major. I'm tired of people say the differentiation, because what makes a major different is the connection and the money, right?
In the machine.
And the machine.
Yes.
So we need to build one.
Yes.
We need to start changing our mind frame. It's always like, why we always have to be independent. It feels like if you're independent, you're a second-class artist. Yep. You know what I mean? But we want to be major.
But well, Tech Nine is independent.
Yep, that's true.
That built the empire.
Yeah, that's almost like
without
our
a major.
If you
And
look
he,
at
like you
Tech
said,
Nine-
he created a major
Yeah,
out of independent.
and you know what? And I'm gonna stop calling him independent. He is major.
He's
our
major. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. So that's kind of our dream, what we're heading for. You know what I mean? We're unafraid and we're pushing full force.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we want to be the new major in America, in Germany, in Indonesia, and all around the world. You know what I mean? And do some dope stuff. We just want to win, man.
That's tight.
Because life is short, you know what I mean? And live our dream.
Yes.
Did I answer
Mandatory.
the question?
That answered
That's
the
good.
question, my brother.
Yes, sir.
That answered the question for sure. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because me and my man, we connect in many levels, man.
Uh-huh.
And that's the blessing. Like, it took a while to find the right management, man. Because, like in Indonesia, bro, I've been like, oh my God, changing management like underwears. You know what I'm saying? And
But I know for sure. I've been knowing Mike for about 9 years.
Okay.
You definitely
Y'all
got
go
it.
back, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's
You
up.
definitely got a good one.
Oh yeah.
When he walked through the door, he looked a little older, and I was like, "That's still him."
That's still Mike.
That's still Mike right there. Love one, real dude for sure. Since I
100%.
met him about 9 years ago. Is there any other artists out of Indonesia that made it in America?
You know, that's so crazy because yes, two particularly, and one is in R&B pop and one is in hip hop.
Okay.
So first, I'll start with the R&B pop. She made it. It's been a while. Agnes Monica, she's Indonesian. She got the collabo with Chris Brown. She was produced with Timbaland. She's doing big things. She's based in LA too. She's Indonesian. Probably a lot of people don't even know that she's Indonesian. She's dope. She's dope. And recently, about 4 or 5 years ago, Asian Chinese kid came out and blew up on Vine. This is when Vine was
Vine.
Vine was TikTok.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Everybody cutting and making funny comedy videos. So he made this comedy.
You mean when TikTok was Vine, right?
TikTok was Vine.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
it was no
yeah,
TikTok.
That's what it,
So
this is when it was TikTok
was Vine.
before.
And
Yeah.
This is where he was blowing up on Vine doing silly things. Really comedy. But the comedy shit really escalates things, man.
Yes.
I had a little bit of success with that too. So, 'cause that's how I could relate to this kid because he blew up on Vine and then he just did a lot of comedy. And then his first video, he did a really funny video. Like he's this nerdy Chinese kid, but he's rapping like a hood. He's rapping like a thug, you know what I'm saying? But a nerdy Chinese kid flashing guns and doing all this weird stuff. And that just blew up. And he got attention from an Asian management in America. And that Asian management just catered they just like selected talent from Korea, Indonesia, and then they just blew them up here in America, and which
Okay.
is 88 Rising, and which is Rich Brian. Before his name was Rich Chigga. And that was the first rapper.
I remember the name, Rich
You remember
Chigga.
that?
Yes,
Rich
I
Chigga?
do.
So he was like the first Indonesian kid to come out in the hip hop industry in one of the very successful ones out of Asia, to be honest with you. Yeah, so much love to Rich Chigga. You did real well. I live in your hood. I know
He found his niche. Huh?
he found it.
He had something.
Yeah,
That everybody accepted.
Yes.
That's tight. Okay. All right. Tell what are you currently working on? Are you working on anything right now? I know you got a single
Yeah.
that you're getting ready to drop,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Outside of that single, what else are you working on?
So I'm managing a lot of projects for major artists. Like I kind of do this behind the scene, like trying to build that whole producer side of me, like director,
Okay.
producer. So I got a couple of those projects that I'm doing with One-on-One Entertainment in America. We're doing a ton of clients, which like we're from A to Z. We do it all. We produce, we write, we do your video, we do it all. So we're doing that too.
Yes.
And aside from other people's work, for myself, I've got a couple of records for Indonesia, like club bangers that I want to keep dropping. For America, I got a single called Lights Off, and I think the American people are going to feel this one.
Lights off. Okay.
Yes, Lights Off. It's, that's
Is that like
probably-
lights off, like a bedroom scene
Nah.
type ordeal? Lights off.
Who
or
turned off the lights in
Who
this
turned off the
world?
lights
Yeah,
in
why
this
is it so
one?
dark
Okay.
in this world?
True.
Where's the sun at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hidden.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So why is it always cloudy? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's stuff that I want to get a little bit more spiritual. I love making this booty shaking club music. And yeah, this is just, it has a place. I want to make music that touches people. Like, I want to touch the heart.
Mando.
Not
So
the
that's what this song, Lights Off, is.
Yes.
It's a wake-up call.
Content.
Okay.
Context. It's
Okay.
just all content. Everything has to mold. I think it's probably, it's matured Liquid Silva. That's
Okay.
probably what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah. Grown folks music, mature music.
Yeah, mature
Okay.
music, but it's gonna touch you because it's still got the street vibe to it.
Okay.
Still pop, but it's trap.
Okay. Do you speak on like some of your self experiences in this
Some
particular record?
experiences in general as well too, like about the world and the devil trying to tempt you to do things, and the devil ain't folding me. So yeah.
Would you say you ain't blind even with the lights off? Huh?
Yeah, it's lights off. I'm not blind, boy.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. That's good. Okay. Let me see. I had a couple questions written down. I definitely wanted to let me see. Okay, I have a question. As far as like mental health
Yeah.
in Indonesia, how is it, and do you feel like is there a solution for it? What you say, 300 million people,
300 million people. Yeah.
and you know what I mean. Mental health is definitely at an all-time high
Huge.
from pain,
Pain. Yeah.
from people going through things in life. You could say it's overcrowded.
Yeah.
It's not big enough to hold all the people there. So mental health definitely
Huge.
is an issue.
Mm.
Do you feel there's a solution?
Man, I just feel that a lot of I mean, okay, I'm gonna first go general. Mental health.
Yes.
What I've noticed is like countries like Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of drugs. America, a lot of drugs. Canada, a lot of drugs, right? Indonesia is pretty strict with drugs, but I'm not saying that there isn't drugs.
Yes.
I'll give you the Indonesian law for smoking weed. Life in jail.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd
So
have been
the-
sentenced a long time ago. I wouldn't even be sitting here with you.
so basically, so it's not that easy to access any drugs, right? So I feel that people that consume a lot of drugs, cultures, I should say, cultures, like Brazil has a lot of drug issues,
Okay.
but you see more mental health in these places. Indonesia, it's probably not as severe and serious mental cases like America has, Canada has, Brazil has, Mexico has, but they do have crazy poverty.
Yeah, poverty.
You know what I mean? Below average poverty.
Mm.
So I see the struggle and I see that side of mental illness. I don't see because when we talk about mental health, I see that something that was caused by substance, which is drugs, and something that was caused by I don't know what unfortunate
Life.
circumstances
Yeah, because
You
not
know?
everyone that goes through mental health does drugs.
that does drugs, right? So I think Indonesia would probably have more of that struggle, that unfortunate situations that they're struggling for money, lack of food, and all that. I definitely see that people below poverty, and I mean people are living on $20 a month. You know what I mean? People are living on $20 a month in the villages and that. But one thing about the Asian people
Mhm.
I love, no matter how much they're struggling, they don't forget to smile. You know what
Through
I
it
mean?
all.
Yeah, they keep the smile and the spirit. The spirit is so strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that I've noticed that in India, I've seen that in Bangladesh, I've seen that in Indonesia. You know what I mean? The kids, they're smiling. They go home to no food. But like that
That's pain.
it's pain, and it's just like it's beautiful, but in the same time, like they keep the smile on their face no matter how much struggle they have to go through. And but at the streets, now we're talking right now about, like, say, the villages, small places, small towns.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say Jakarta, where I live in,
Okay.
or you got the struggles, like you got the homeless, you got the crime, you got the drug addicts, you got all of that. So the mental illness,
It's different.
it's different. It's very different. One thing I realized about Indonesia, I mean, because they fear God. They have God in their life. It could be the Muslims, it could be the Christians. That's two major religions. And Indonesia also has the Hindu and the Buddhist, which
Mhm.
is Bali.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all about respect. They're all about, like having fear to God and all that. So in ways I see they're so faithful that I feel like mental illness is a little bit less in that part of the world compared to here. Maybe Canada, America, and I don't know, South America, maybe more drugs and every substance abuse has an effect on this. But Indonesia, yeah, poverty, crazy. But I feel that it's a little bit better situation mentally, like in terms of mental
Okay.
struggle,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. There's a lot of poverty here, definitely.
there's
Poverty?
a lot of poverty here.
A lot
in
of
America.
poverty here
I
in
can see
America.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
hmm
Oh yeah. You ever been downtown LA?
I've been driving around and I've been
Okay.
seeing like
I'm talking about like
people
down
wouldn't believe,
downtown
people wouldn't
where
believe that out there.
yes.
In
Yes.
Indonesia, because people are poor out there. When Indonesians think America, they think America is wow, this land, this
Yeah, yeah,
golden
yeah.
land where the sun never sets.
Because they only see a certain side of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they only see like, you know, the prettiness of it.
Mm-hmm.
The palm trees,
Mm-hmm.
the sunlight,
Mhm.
you know, the beaches,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Malibu,
Yeah, Hollywood.
Calabasas, Hollywood, you know, where it's amazing.
Yeah.
But go downtown LA in front of buildings that make millions.
It's a third world country.
It's like a third world country.
You know what?
It's parts of downtown LA where
That's right.
it's bad. You
That's
know, you're starting to see tents everywhere, loved one, everywhere.
See, that's real. That's a
Some
struggle.
people that fought in military. You know,
serve the country.
I did I did a video called "Life Is," because to me, life is more than what you see on your TV screen.
Absolutely.
You know, to me, a lot of the things on your TV screen is an illusion. It's a mirage
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Because when you walk outside your door, what you see on that TV screen, it's not what you see when you walk out that door and you go into them areas. I did a video called Life Is, and it was shot down on like 5th and San Pedro on a street called Winston. And it's a trip to me because you have people that's homeless because they just can't afford it. No money, no anything. Gave up on life. But then you have people that's, I learned, homeless, that they don't want responsibilities.
So they chose that life.
They chose it. I met a gentleman that he'd been there 30 years
on the streets.
on the streets, 30 years. And I met another gentleman there that said, man, I've been out here 15 years with him. So he was here 15 years before I came out here. So it's a big difference because you got some people that they don't want to be
anything.
responsible for keeping a roof over their head, paying a light bill or nothing. Out there, it's like they don't have no responsibility. Because when I tell you, I've seen people with cell phones, you know, smoking some of the best weed money could buy. They lit up the grill. My video is on YouTube. It's called Life Is.
I gotta check it out.
Lifeiz. Life Is. Man, they put steaks on the grill. Like it was a trip. But when I first came down there with my my camera crew to shoot, they kind of like was ready to roar, and my camera guys that was with me, they was getting ready to run. You know, they was scared. They was out of here. I'd have been there by myself, but I don't care. I'm Compton, born and raised, so it's nothing to me.
Right.
You know, but they thought that a person was just coming down there to get footage like people normally do and go profit off of it. Me, I was coming to show a side that nobody ever show and let them know that y'all are not alone out here. There is people that do care about y'all.
Right, exactly.
And they respected that, you know, and I still communicate, you know, with them. You know, I still go down there and check on them and take hygienes and make sure they good. But it's just a trip to me, like, it's more than enough money in this world to where technically, loved one, there really shouldn't be nobody homeless.
You know what, man?
There should be no one on the
You
streets.
know what? That's exactly it. Same with Indonesia, same with here. You know, and you know, you ask me like, what's the solution? Is there a
Yes.
solution? So
Yes.
like, that comes down. I mean, it's faith, bro. Bring some light into your life, bro. Like you said, these people choose. They don't want responsibilities. They don't want, because when I think America, Canada, yo, you don't. The government takes care of you. Will give you a roof, you know, on top of your head.
Shelters are full.
Are
They're full.
Food, warm food, right?
Yes.
So like when I see Indonesians struggling, they don't have that government support. They don't have that. That's luxury. That's luxury for the Indonesian,
Yeah.
poor people in Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's like that's luxury, but that it has to come from them. So what's the solution? We need to educate. We need to educate people.
That's the important thing.
Like, we need to educate people. A lot of people just gave up hope. I just pray to God that they find God in their life or whatever, or Buddha or whoever. Just find some faith in your life and just clean your act up. No one's gonna love you. You're gonna have to love yourself, man.
What about the ones that, like you said, well, some are on drugs, some are not? What about the ones that's not on drugs?
The ones that are not on drugs, then they should try to go get government help. I mean, if you're
But
in
there's no
America,
government help out there, right?
Oh, in Indonesia.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, yeah, it's so sad, man. 300 million people, and yeah, there's no government help out there. Some people are privately helping people. NGOs, non-government organizations, are trying to do
Okay.
stuff too.
Okay.
But that's not enough. But like you say, there's enough wealth in this world that can be distributed equally, and no one has to ever starve.
And there's a rich side everywhere. Like in Indonesia, there's the poverty side, then there's a humongous
There's this huge
rich
gap. There's
yes,
this
and just like in
huge
Africa
gap.
or anywhere around the world, third world countries.
Yep.
Okay, you got your poverty here, and it's almost like the same. Like, okay, this is Hollywood, money, mega money here. But you're starting to see homeless people here too. But
Yeah.
mega money, and you go down, go down the freeway and
On the
get off,
bridge.
take an exit,
Yeah.
and as soon as you take that exit, it's like a whole different world
Yeah.
that you enter. But I mean, everywhere there's a rich side and there's a poverty side. So I feel like the rich side, you're rich, start stepping up and helping the poverty.
Yeah. See,
Even though that sounds too much like right, but that's me personally. That's the solution. Just like downtown LA, there's a lot of buildings. Downtown LA, condemned buildings, empty buildings, skyscrapers, that if they put an organization together, or even the government, and was to remodify these buildings, renovate these buildings, and give people places to live,
right.
but not just give them a place to live, also give them knowledge where
brother,
they live in this building, but at the same time, also there's classes in this building where they can take trades to help them transition
Yeah.
back into life.
Back into life. Why give the man a fish when you can teach him how to fish?
Yes.
Know what I'm saying? So, like, the way I look at it, that I think that is a major responsibility for that 2% of the rich folks in the world that have to bear. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they want to bear. Some do. Some do help out that, but that is part of the solution. It's not just to give them, but to educate them so
Yeah.
they can be
Yeah.
self-sustained.
Yes. And then they can, once again, for the ones that do, once again, live on their own.
Yes.
Once again, come back into society and be successful again. Because a lot of people had it and lost it.
Yep.
And once your mental is gone, your physical
Is also.
right behind it.
I agree.
And those go hand in hand.
I agree.
If you're physically, it's going to build your mind. And if your mind is strengthened and strong, then that's going to help you build your physical, because your mind is going to tell you to get right physically.
So one of the solutions would be to give people that mental help, not just the physical help.
Yes,
but I think
the mental help.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And not necessarily all the time with medication.
Yeah, I think it should be never with medication, to be honest with you.
No,
It should be never
no,
with medication.
not with medication.
Not
like,
with medication. No.
then that becomes something that they depend on.
that
I
becomes-
can't do XYZ unless I have this.
Yeah. That's another
Whole
bunch of
nother-
problems.
Definite.
Oh,
that we
yeah.
live amongst.
Yeah, that's got
That we live amongst.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That's just yeah.
Definitely that we live amongst, family. But there's ways, there is solutions,
Yeah,
you know.
I believe so. I believe so.
There is. You growing up, like you said, pops worked 3 jobs,
Yep.
mom's work. You had siblings.
Yeah, I have.
How was your life as a kid, growing up in the house, waking up every day?
Yeah.
Was there food and enough food for y'all to eat?
Like there was like I remember Montreal. Uh, we like 1-bedroom apartment. There's like 7 of us crammed in. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
And I lived in Plamadoko Dinage, which if y'all somebody from Montreal watching this, that y'all know Plamadoko Dinage is like it's the hood.
Okay.
I grew up with nothing but Jamaicans and Haitians, man.
Okay.
So Wagwan, me I spit them out patois with you, know.
Okay.
Wagwan, don't know. Me I come down. Since me a little boy, me I grew up in Plamadoko Dinage with nothing but Haitians.
Okay.
Me I moved to Toronto. Me I grew up, learn with the Jamaicans from patois. Me I learn how to break dance. Me I learn how to, do all the many things with them all Jamaicans. So
That's
my
tight.
roots came from that, straight from the hood, right?
Okay.
And people they're like, what just happened right now? Why want me I spit them patois with you, me I go cook out them curry with them jerk chicken.
That's
So,
right.
It's like growing up in that different regions, man. It just trains you different,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Was it a big difference? Like as you got like in school, how was it? You going to school like from elementary, junior high, high
Yeah.
school. How was it for
See,
you?
I was a middle child in the family. So my older brother already in high school. I was still in middle school. My younger
Okay.
brother too young. He's probably in kindergarten or some crap like that.
Okay.
So like I used to roll to school alone, and I remember like we live in the hood, so I'm going to school like I'm mixed. I'm not like I'm light skinned, but I'm mixed, like black white. Mixed. And
Yes.
so it's just like but I was a white boy in my school. You know what I mean? But I'm mixed. But the thing was just like growing up in that neighborhood. But my brother, he was going to a Jewish school because he was already in high school. My parents are like, oh, we gotta keep him. We gotta get him educated. We gotta keep him in a safe neighborhood. Okay, you gotta go out to the Jewish part of the town because that's safe. They're educated. You gotta go to school.
Was that
there.
like a private school?
It wasn't a private school. It was just a Jewish neighborhood,
Okay.
and he was going to school.
It was
there.
safe. It was
Safe,
good.
It was good. He was in high school, but I was in a middle school, and then I went to the hood. I went to the hood school.
Got into a lot of fights.
Got into a lot of fights, man. I learned how to break dance, beatbox, cook up Jamaican curries, because I grew up with nothing but Haitians and Jamaicans, like all the immigrants in one spot.
Okay.
So growing up in that, having siblings, they're going to proper school. My young brother's too young. My older brother's in a good school. So I'm the one who got in a lot of trouble. I was the one who was stealing. I'm the one who's just like, stealing money from my mom's wallet. I'm the one going out causing trouble. So I was like the black sheep in
I
the
was just
family.
finna. I promise you, I was just finna
Just gonna
say.
say the black sheep?
Was you the black sheep?
I was the black sheep.
But they always say the middle kid is the black
middle-
sheep.
Is that what they say? But but I felt it was all the way I was raised.
The environment?
The environment. Because my brother went to a good school. He became a good kid. My younger brother was too young in Montreal, but then like me, I'm in my middle school. This is
You
where
was
I learned.
thugging, huh?
This is where I learned to do all that. You know what I mean? You should have put me in a better school. You know what I'm saying?
You think if they'd have did that, sent you to the same school your brother went to, it would have been different for you, or
I probably
it just was in you? Just
I probably would have.
You'd have been there stealing. huh?
Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit better, but I was always trouble.
Okay.
I was always trouble at home, so it just got worse when I was out.
Used to get a lot of whoopings. What y'all call it if you don't call it whoopings?
I got a lot of beatings.
Oh, beatings.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, whoopings, right? I
Okay,
got
yeah.
a bit of. I'm probably the only kid in my family that got the whippings. Yeah,
Yeah.
my brothers didn't get it.
Just you.
Yeah, I got a good one from my mom once on the bathtub too with the belt. Oh,
Bad
man, we
report
go-
card?
Huh?
For what? Bad report card? Just being bad.
Not just being bad, stealing and shit. You know what I mean?
Sticky
just
hands,
stealing
huh?
and shit. We all go through it. You know what I'm saying? I got the belt.
Well, I'm glad we got
dash.
everything glued down here and shit. So, nah.
Man. So I got the worst, bro. I got
sure.
the worst. Yeah. I made a good example for my brothers not to do the shit that I've done. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And they followed.
Yeah, my brother, my older brother turned out real well. I mean,
How about your brothers, your siblings after you?
my younger brother too? They both like I don't know. It's just me that's the trouble.
No, I'm talking about they good. They
good.
good. They learned from you.
Yeah, I mean, like, man,
They
you
like
know,
shit. I don't want them
always-
beatings.
Yeah, right. They learned. Yeah, they were good. They were good, man. They
That's
grew
good.
up. They grew
That's
up
real
fine.
good.
They grew
That's
up
good.
just fine, you know.
That's good. Now look at you. You're an example. You leading by example.
Well, sir, thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the biggest challenge in my life was like just losing all that pounds, man. Like the way I was living. If you saw my tour photos with 50 Cent, like 50, and I look like
You was
Fat
big.
Joe. I look like Fat Joe. People are like, yo, this is
Wow.
when Fat Joe.
But the old Fat Joe,
The old
not
Fat
the new
Joe,
Fat
not
Joe.
the new Fat Joe.
Yeah.
The old Fat Joe, the first Fat
Terror
Joe.
Squad.
Terror Squad Fat Joe. Like, I look like, it's like, yo, 50 and Fat Joe just crushed the beef. You know? They just crushed the beef, bro.
Wow.
That was me. I was huge.
Breathing hard
Huh?
with all that weight on you.
It was getting there.
It was getting there.
It was
Okay.
definitely getting there. Then I
Okay.
started suffering with autoimmune disorders. Like we didn't know what the heck was going on in the body. I'm like, I know what's going on. You're
I
getting
gotta
too
get rid of this
comfortable.
weight,
That's
huh?
what's going on. I
Yeah.
was bigger than you, homie.
Just eating
Way
everything.
bigger. Hmm?
And I done lost weight.
Yeah.
I'm down about 30
Oh,
pounds.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look good. I mean,
Yeah.
I was, you know what I mean? I was
Okay.
my manager times 2.
Well, we gonna get Mike the keto diet.
Mike gonna have to try out the keto diet.
We gonna get family to tone it
Yeah.
down a little bit,
Yeah.
dog.
You know,
it's all love.
The key to the key to life is having a good health.
Yeah.
That's the key to enjoy life. I don't give a shit about the quantity, man. I care about the quality. That's the type
Okay.
of guy I've always been. I care about
Okay.
the quality of my life. Like I want to
Yeah.
enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it's just like it's not how much you eat, how less you eat. Try to eat less and try to eat clean. You're fine. You're good to go. Yeah. The first 2 weeks it's gonna be like, man, I'm hungry.
There's something
man, I'm
wrong.
hungry. But man, you're gonna get used to it, man.
With me, I haven't had beef or pork since 1988.
What? You vegan?
No.
What?
I eat chicken,
Oh, you
fish,
eat
and
chicken and
turkey.
fish.
You know, I just something I tried one day and just never looked back.
Why?
Like
Not
I
your
said,
thing.
it was something I
Doesn't
tried
fit.
one day and I just never looked
Happens.
back. You know,
Everybody's
yeah.
different.
You know, I'm gonna see if I can, go without doing this for a little while. See how long
Dope.
I know, pork give you tapeworm and beef. You can eat a steak today and what's today? Wednesday. Like Saturday, you might digest it
That is a great.
because it's heavy
That's
on your
that's
digestive system.
heavy.
You know, you
yeah.
can eat a regular burger today, eat a steak today. Tomorrow, that burger will be gone, but that steak will still be in your system, digesting. Still digesting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some crazy. Since we're on this topic, there's some crazy researchers about this. It's very confusing. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. Some people say like if you go on a carnivore diet, right, just eating meat, but you have to eat the organs. It completely heals you from a lot of your problems. But you can't go doing that for too long because, like it's probably not good for you. But so it really, I believe that it depends on your system. We are
True.
all designed
Everybody's different.
differently. I mean, if you like, I used to be, I was vegan for like 2 months, 3 months. I tried.
Did you like it?
I don't know. I had a lot more energy. I
You
went
did?
a little crazy, homie. I went raw vegan.
Man, I was Big Chief. Big Chief them had a lunch party. And I went with my nephew and my nephew AD and my nephew Pon. It was a truck there, vegan truck. I can't remember the name, but man, I had a vegan burger.
Okay. The Impossible Burger, probably.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's soy, made from soy to
Soy,
hold it together.
yeah.
But man, I can't
You can't
lie.
tell the difference.
That looked it like meat. I'm
Yep.
serious.
Yeah.
That burger was screaming. It almost changed my life that day, but I gotta have my turkey burger.
But facts.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
facts,
but
though,
I
right?
can say
But I'ma
that
say
was
some
a
facts,
good
though.
burger.
But those burgers are really unhealthy for you. They're so processed. Might as well just eat some real meat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that burger is so processed with so many different things, trying to make it like meat. Like, who you cheating? Like, if you're a vegan, don't eat meat. Why you like the taste of meat for? Like, I mean, I love vegans, but I eat meat. I eat fish. I eat a bit of everything. I believe in a healthy, balanced diet. You know what I'm saying? That we need a little bit of everything.
So you still eat your steaks?
Steaks? I eat steaks, yeah.
What, a tomahawk?
I do tomahawk. Oh, yeah. I like that. I do it, but because
sure.
I found that my digestion got like, if I'm eating too much carbohydrate, like my energy is just drained.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I'm doing meat and vegetables, I feel that my energy is still at that good level no matter how much I eat.
Okay.
So I found that formula, what sits well with my body.
Okay.
And then I just kind of stuck with it. You know what I mean? I do eat red meat. I eat chicken. I eat beef. I eat everything. But I was a vegan, and then I realized that being a vegan and trying to go for this Impossible Burger and all this other stuff, bro, they're as
It's
bad
just
as
too impossible,
processed
huh?
meat. They're as bad as processed meat. It's just processed vegan food and processed.
Yeah, I think that meat is. I guess it could say it's kind of equivalent with like Jack in the Box, the tacos that they have. That's soy.
Oh, is that soy?
That's soy.
Gotcha.
People used to think it was beef, but it was actually soy in them tacos, and them bad boys was good. At like
was it?
4 a.m, you out hustling all night.
Yeah, that's
and,
right. I'm scared.
Let me
I'm
go
scared
get something to eat.
live.
Well, you say you've been eating bad for 10 days.
I'm scared to live here because this is 10 days.
You'll be
Imagine
back.
I'm
You'll
here
be back
for
to
10
260,
months.
huh?
Bro, yeah, real quick. Real quick.
What's one of your favorite spots you done had here so far? You been to Roscoe's?
No.
You got to go to
I'm
Roscoe's.
gonna tell you what I do.
Since you eating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, some people say eating bad is eating good, but because the bad stuff is what tastes best.
Yeah, yo, hey.
But you got to go to Roscoe's.
I gotta go to Roscoe's.
You got to go to Roscoe's, seriously.
Mike.
And
we
then
gotta
if
go
you
to
want
Roscoe's,
something, and then if you want to eat something real good and healthy in Gardena, go to California Fish and Grill.
Oh, for real.
I'm serious.
Where can I get
Get
some
that
soul food?
salmon.
I feel like
Soul
I
food?
want some soul food. I want some real soul food.
Man, you can go to R&R's in Carson on Avalon. You can go to Roscoe's. Roscoe's got real soul food.
Roscoe's, we gotta
Chicken
we
and
gotta go hit
waffles.
up. Yeah, word.
On Sunset.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, since you're on the verge of eating
Yeah,
that way
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
you might as well go out
one
with a
more
bang.
day won't hurt.
Yeah, one more day won't hurt.
Yo,
It's not.
it ain't gonna hurt you, right? No, right?
I tell you one thing, you're gonna get itis.
Be prepared.
You're gonna get itis, man,
Gotta
for
go get
sure.
itis? Yeah, you know
Mandatory.
what? Man, yeah, I feel you.
Loved one, tell them where they can find you at on social media.
Man, you can find me on Instagram at Liquid Silva, LIQUID SILVA, Silva. You can find me on YouTube. Again, just search Liquid Silva. You're going to find me all there. Facebook, Twitter, whatever. TikTok, I don't make that stuff anymore. But
I'm everywhere.
it's there.
You say I'm everywhere.
We there.
Tap in.
Yeah, tap in. Soon coming to city near you.
And the
So,
new single that's
new
coming.
single, man, Lights Off.
Lights Off.
This is gonna be released in 4 to 6 weeks, guys. Show some love. If you have some questions, you want to know more about how to be healthy, how to lose weight, do whatever, just DM me, man. You know, I'm humble. I don't bite. I'm gonna holler back. I love helping people, man.
They can't ask you right now while you're out here eating up everything.
Hey, man, you know, again, it comes to the word moderation, bro. Everything has to be moderation, you know what I'm saying? I believe in that 80-20 philosophy.
Okay.
80% clean, 20% you can do whatever you want.
I feel you, for sure. Man, this OG Suicide in the building. Make sure y'all go to OGSuicideInTheBuilding.com, get your merch, and check this out. Y'all been requesting it. The time is here. It's coming. Let It Out Loved One merch. Stay tuned. I'm OG Suicide. Peace.